The Israeli army has issued evacuation warnings to residents of the coastal city of Tyre in southern Lebanon ahead of planned strikes on Hezbollah targets. This comes as the Lebanese health ministry says a hospital in the city was damaged by Israeli airstrikes that wounded 11 people. Meanwhile, explosions have also been heard in Beirut after Israel says it began striking Hezbollah infrastructure in the city. The attacks come after the IDF destroyed a bridge in eastern Lebanon to prevent the militant group from gathering reinforcements. Let's cross now to Lebanon and speak with France 24's Olivia Bizot. Now, Olivia, you were just in Tyre. You've seen the destruction there. Can you tell us more about these Israeli evacuation orders?
Yes, well, the Israelis have reissued evacuation orders in the southern city of Tyre. The city was heavily struck last night, again this morning, and they've now said that they're going to strike again in 3 neighborhoods of the city, which is why they've relaunched these evacuation orders. They have said that they are targeting Hezbollah infrastructure, but these are allegations that are consistently used by the IDF in order to justify targeting areas and displacing over 1.2 million people now. Now, the Israeli army had already asked people in the city of Tyre to evacuate a few weeks ago, but despite these evacuation orders, some are choosing to stay. Now, yesterday, my colleagues Milina Uet, Ashraf Habib and I were in Tyre, and we there met people who said they are not going anywhere. Now, this may be hard to believe, despite the IDF saying that by staying they are putting their lives at risk. But when you go into these people's homes, you better understand they are full of character, of love, of history. And the families told us that they don't know where else to go, and they prefer to put their lives at risk, surrounded by family and in their own homes, than leaving. We also attended a church service for Good Friday celebrations, and we spoke to the local archbishop, who told us that he also was not going anywhere. He said that for him, staying was a message of peace and a refusal to leave a city that has been home to several religions for centuries.
Now, Olivia, though, obviously some people are going to choose to leave. So for those that do, what's happening to the ones that end up displaced?
Yes, well, over 1.2 million people have been displaced since this war broke out. We actually spent the day with one of the families who left Tyre to leave to a school, which has turned into a shelter. We met them in Saida, which is about 40 kilometers south of Beirut. But they are definitely struggling as well. There's a lack of humanitarian aid, a lack of food. The Lebanese government is really struggling financially. They don't have the capacity or the means in order to cope with this humanitarian crisis. NGOs are also having a very difficult time handling this crisis. A lot of them depended on US aid, which suffered from very severe cuts last year under the Trump administration. So people really don't know where to go. Here in Beirut, it feels almost like a giant car park, and these cars belong to people who've been displaced and who don't know where to go. There's also sectarian divisions which are starting to appear. There's a lot of those who are being displaced as Shia, and they are moving to other communities, especially Christian areas that are considered safer. But many people are nervous about hosting these displaced people, as they're afraid they'll be attached to Hezbollah and that their neighborhoods and buildings will then be targeted.
Olivia, thank you so much for your reporting. Stay safe. That's France 24's Olivia.